Judo training for me means simply getting my butt kicked over and over and over again by the excellent athletes at Shanghai University of Sport.
People ask me a lot about the difference between jiu-jitsu and judo on the ground. Now, Jiro Kano, the founder of judo, he actually studied jiu-jitsu. There was no judo at that time. And he took the jiu-jitsu and he took out what he considered the dangerous parts and he created judo. The things he thought were dangerous were a lot of the submissions. And also his personal preference was that he hated ground fighting.
Man, his balance. Even when I cheat, I can't win. Judo founder Jigoro Kano did not like ground fighting. He felt the art was about throwing and unbalancing.
So he believed the perfect mix was like 80-20 or 70-30, mostly stand-up fighting, a little bit of ground fighting. So in judo, you don't have any submissions to the knees and ankles because they're considered dangerous. And a lot of the old jiu-jitsu, the chokes and a lot of the techniques were taken out. Today, I think that the main difference between the two is that you can't do any submissions on the legs on the ground, and the time spent on the ground is very short. Judo, you have a maximum of 20 seconds on the ground, to pin your opponent or to submit him. Jiu-jitsu, sometimes they have unlimited time limits, or you might have full 5 minutes, a whole round or something. MMA is the same way, it could be up to 5 minutes. In wrestling, you have about 8 or 15, could be a maximum of 15, but about 8 seconds usually here in China that they'll let you go on the ground. So a really big difference in judo and jiu-jitsu is that on the ground, jiu-jitsu can take a lot longer to get the submission. They have more submissions and they're able to wait it out and wait it out and wait it out and fight off their back. Whereas in judo, you don't have that much time.
Although most of my wins in MMA come on the ground, they're largely TKOs or referee stoppages because I can ground and pound. I can hold the opponent down and punch him. I only have about 3 wins by submission. Add to that the fact that I'm not used to wearing the jacket for the wrestling. It makes the ground fighting in judo very difficult for me, but I think it's very good. Obviously, it's going to improve my overall fighting game a lot. I've never studied jiu-jitsu, so this is really my first opportunity to learn this type of submission wrestling on the ground with the jacket. The rules in judo or jiu-jitsu sparring on the ground are normally that you can't stand up on both legs. In other words, you can have both knees on the ground or one knee on the ground, but it always must be minimum of one knee on the ground. You can't stand up. So it neutralizes a lot of what I would even know how to do from wrestling. Not that it would have made a difference. Liu Kai is really good. I mean, not only is he a black belt that's trained his whole life, but he's a national and international level competitor for China. Liu Kai is cheating. Now, to be fair, I did try to cheat first, but he's the black belt, he's the teacher, he should know better. I don't know why he's going for a leg submission. That's illegal in judo.
He learned that from me. I taught him that 2 days ago.
You know, you're never supposed to have 2 feet on the ground, so I don't know how he did that first move. After reviewing these videos, I think I need to have a little discussion with Liu Kai about the rules of judo sparring. Ground fighting is about 1,000,000 times more taxing than stand-up grappling is, and grappling is more taxing than striking. In ground fighting, you got your opponent's weight on you the whole time, and you're engaged every second. He's cheating! I can't believe how much this guy cheats. Yeah, that's why I lost, not because he's better than me.
I hate you. I'll tell you in me. Okay.
One reason why a lot of people hate MMA or ground fighting, judo, jiu-jitsu, is that there's a lot of dead time where nothing happens. In MMA, if a guy turtled up like this, I'd be raining knees and elbows down on his ribs and face and head. But here I got to try and roll him onto his back and submit him. You can't see it right now, but I submitted him twice.
Cross face, totally illegal in judo.
Everything I want to do is illegal in judo. Luke Kai had just taught me this move where you lift the guy by his belt, put your legs under him, and drop him. Then you head crank him. Even the head crank, one of my favorite moves, is difficult in judo because I couldn't remember the rules. You're only allowed to grab with one hand or two hands. You can only grab the face or only the head. Or I couldn't remember how to do it legally in judo. In MMA, I would just cross face him with two hands and rip. So this is it, the end of about 5 weeks of judo training. This is the best I can do.
Yeah. He's been learning judo since. So he's been learning for about 9 years, but those 9 years, most of those 9 years, he was living in a training academy, training full time. The kids in China, they go live in a sports school, and then they just train full time and have a little bit of class, so they learn reading and writing and stuff. But it's been 9 years of full-time judo training. And here at the university, he has to train twice a day and compete. So you see the difference, though, somebody that has a lot of training and someone who doesn't. So if you had any doubts about judo, here it is.